Welcome to Might in Motion, where we help you navigate your personal and professional goals to manifest them into your deserved career and life path. Here at Might in Motion, we don't make excuses, we do the work and go above and beyond. The Might in Motion podcast brings you guests that will help stretch you out of your comfort zone and push you to improve your goals. Like, comment, and share. This is Might in Motion. Welcome to Moments with Marianna. In these episodes, we're going to dive into the 4 pillars of Might in Motion. These are motivation, momentum, mindfulness, and might. Why are these important? If you think about wanting to improve your career goals or on personal goals, those 4 pillars represent 4 legs of the chair that you're sitting on. If all of those are equal and balanced, you have a stable seat. You're able to pull up to any table in your career or in your personal life and be successful. If any of those legs start to be cut short, you become wobbly, you aren't as stable. And even though you can create some level of balance, it may become more and more difficult to do. If you remove any one of those 4 legs and you're down to 3, once again, you might still be able to find a seat at the table, but it's not as secure as perhaps you'd like. And when you get down to 2 or 1, it's virtually impossible to be able to be at the table successfully in a secure manner. So in these episodes, we're just going to take a little bit of time and dive into one of these 4 pillars: motivation, momentum, mindfulness, and might. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about motivation. Your why is the center of it all. Inside of you is the ability to construct the life that you yearn for, that career path that you want, that promotion you're seeking, achievement of a personal goal. How you think and act will drive how your life turns out. It'll drive your ability to be successful in that goal. When you take accountability for your behavior and realize that it is your duty to decide what path you want to follow, things really start to change. It's no longer about, well, if he did that, or if she would just change this. It really becomes about you looking inward to figure out what motivates you, because at the end of the day, you are only able to change your behavior. You can't change somebody else's behavior. So my challenge to you is, how do you rate yourself on how well you take responsibility for the things that happen in your own life? How well are you truly being honest with yourself? If you think about 4 goals that you want to work on over the next, let's call it 3 to 6 months, how well are you able to focus on them? Are you able to rate yourself on your ability to really devote the time, the energy, the emotional fortitude to make those changes happen? When you are able to honestly say that you're willing to put forth a 10 out of 10 effort and commit to a goal and commit to making change, that's when change really can begin to happen. I'll give you a personal example. Several years ago, I had a medical issue. It was on my 40th birthday trip with my husband, and I got really, really sick while on this trip, having to go to emergency care. Was in extraordinary pain, which resulted in a surgery, which resulted in me losing one of my ovaries. Fast forward 1 more year later, and I had similar issues, so I was very concerned. What if this is my other ovary? What if this is something worse? And when I went to go to the doctor and had tests done, at the end of the day,
Thank God it was not my ovary, but I had to be faced with the reality of that I had other issues that were a result of how I treated my body. Overeating, not exercising, all the things that we all know we shouldn't do, I was doing. It was a big wake-up call for me personally, and I set out a goal that I wanted to live a healthier life. I wanted to make improvements personally, not to necessarily look better and, oh, I want to be able to wear this at the pool this summer. No, it was bigger than that for me. I wanted to make sure that I was setting myself up to live a fuller life, to be more present and active in my children's lives. That's how much that fear of not making a change outweighed what was comfortable. It outweighed those habits that I had created. That became my motivation. That was my bigger why to go make a change. Now, that change doesn't happen overnight. You don't end up 50 pounds overweight eating one pizza and just, 1 week of bad habits. It was a lifetime of bad habits for me that I had to change. I had to have the motivation to make that change. My why, the center of it all, had to be so big and so important for me that I was willing to put in the work every single day to make that change happen. That took me close to 2 years to get where I needed to be physically, to be able to really start living that life that I wanted to live, where I could keep up with my kids, running around the yard, running around the house, riding bikes, going on hikes. All of those things started with that motivation. So my challenge to you is this: as you journal, as you write down your thoughts, what are 4 goals that you would like to work on over the next 3 to 6 months? And on a scale of, let's say, 1 to 10, what's your motivation to actually make real change? Write down those 4 things every day for a week and rate yourself. Reflect on it. It's okay if what you think you're motivated to do, you come to realize that you're just not really quite there yet, so that you can focus on the 1 or 2 that you really are committed to go make that change. When you do that, you know that you've got those key things that you can go after and work on. Thanks for listening today. If you've got any thoughts on the topic, please write them in the chat, send me a DM, write it in a comment on YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching. I'd love to know your thoughts, especially on what goals maybe you're setting for yourself. Thank you for joining in to these Moments with Marianna. I look forward to sharing with you about our next pillar.
Thank you for tuning into Might in Motion. If you learned something about motivation, momentum, mindfulness, or might, please like, comment, and share. Thank you.